so we're asked to subtract fractions, so we need to find a common denominator. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and make sure the denominators are factored. So there's nothing we can do with x minus 2, so I'm going to leave it as x minus 2. Now when I look at this fraction here, the denominator, it almost looks like this one. I'm going to move some stuff around. I'm going to take the negative x and put it first. And then this is a positive 2, I'm going to put it second. Now it almost looks like this one here, except for everything's opposite. This is a positive x, and this is a negative 2, and these signs are opposite. So if I pull out the negative here, remember when I put a negative 1 on the outside of parentheses, it changes everything inside the parentheses, so the negative x is now an x, and the plus 2 is now minus 2. So I'm going to change this and write it as this. So let me rewrite the problem. Okay, so now this is our problem. And now it's time to find the least common denominator. So to do that, I'm going to take what's in the denominator here, x minus 2, and that's part of my least common denominator. And if I were to distribute this here, this will cancel out with this. And now if I distribute here, this is going to cancel out with this, but what we don't have is this negative 1. So we need to make sure that we have a negative 1. So we're going to put a negative 1 here. And this is our common denominator. So we need a negative 1 out here, so that way when it's distributed here, we would have this cancel out with this, and this cancel out with this, so that this denominator will cancel out. So we need this negative 1 there. Okay, so now it's time to rewrite the fraction. So our common denominator was negative 1 times x minus 2. So then I have a 6, and then I have the minus 3, which is from right here. Now I'm going to think about the common denominator. If it's distributed here, the x minus 2 is going to cancel with the x minus 2. But we have this negative 1 left that's going to need to be multiplied by the 6. So I'm going to put a negative 1 next to the 6 and multiply it here. Okay, now let's think about what happens if I distribute here. This negative 1 is going to cancel with this negative 1. And this x minus 2 will cancel with this x minus 2. And there's nothing left out here. So we're just going to have this negative 3 right here to bring down here. But there's not going to be anything next to it to multiply like there was here. Okay, so now we're ready to simplify the numerator. So negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. And then minus 3 is negative 9. And now our next step is to see if this can be simplified here. Okay, so for this to be simplified, negative 9 divided by negative 1. We can simplify these because there's no plus or minus like this one here. We cannot, because it has this minus. But these two we can simplify, and a negative divided by a negative is a positive, and negative 9 divided by a negative 1 is 9. And that is our final answer.